Come on, focus. Focus. Good morning, guys. I'm feeling a little bit down this morning. There are a couple of reasons. Number one, Vanessa is not here. It's very boring and quiet without her. Number two, I had maybe a few drinks too many yesterday evening. And what really bothers me and what really makes me not wanting to film anymore is this piece of shit of a camera. Most of the shots are just out of focus and it's very bad in low light. I'm sure it's a good photo camera and I'm sure it's a little bit better with another lens, but all in all, this camera is not working for me and it just doesn't make any fun with it. I've now switched it to manual focus, so as long as I'm not moving, it should be alright. But this is of course no solution for doing a daily vlog. You know, I'd say I'm a real perfectionist, especially with my music. If there's any mistake in the track or I don't feel like it's right, I just don't release it and keep on working on it until it's finished. And also with these videos, I kind of try the same approach. Of course, music is always coming first. But with this camera, it's just not possible. I edit the videos and I'm just sad to see how bad it looks. So I guess I will just skip this entire filming part for today and do instead something that I haven't done in a while. Welcome to the next edition of Track Submits, the segment where you send me your tracks and I give you my honest feedback to try and help you out. There is one little change from today on. I will repost a track that I like the most out of the 3, 4, 5 that I will do today. And also today, just today, I will pick just the last 5 track submits that I got. So if you sent me yours just a couple of days ago, you're probably going to be picked. So the last email is by Kosol. He is 17 years old. He's making music already for 2 years with Fruity Loops Studio. And his newest track is called Polar Lights. It's a chilled future-based track and that sounds really cool. I'm absolutely in the mood for a chilled future-based track. I've listened twice to it, it's really good. I got here my notes, it's really future-based and a chilled vibe, love it. Arrangement is really good, I love the drop from the main part back into the break, sounds very smooth. So what else? The effects are awesome, I really love them. Reminds me a little bit of MIA, where she does this shooting, reloading, cashier thing in her Paper Planes track. She's just so cool. By the way, speaking of her, her cousin lives just 2 blocks away here from my studio. She used to be her private assistant's tour manager for 3 years, but she quit. She said it was just too mad, way too many hours, almost no sleep, a lot of touring. So now she's back here and doing something else. Now the stuff that I think that could be improved. The main lead synthi sound could be more epic, a bit more interesting, maybe layering it or just doing something to the sound, maybe automating it. It needs more movement, it can't stay like it is for the entire duration of the track. Also, it is a little bit too loud, so definitely lower the volume, especially if you consider putting vocals on top of this track. It will be impossible for a singer and songwriter to really compete with the synthi sound that is sitting exactly in the same frequency range. The snare could also be a little bit louder to really have this impact going on between kick, snare, kick, snare. Kick could also be a little bit longer or just another sample. I'm not really sure what it is, but it sounds a little bit, it's hard to describe. I don't really know what's going on, but it sounds a little bit distant from the rest of the track. So maybe just really try switching some samples around and see if this is going away. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. So yeah, that's it for the first track. Let's just switch straight to the second one. But you know what, I was thinking it's a little bit unfair for all of the people that already sent me track submits to just pick the last ones. So I will just use the random number generator again and pick one out of the almost 80 track submits. That's a lot. I would probably never get to do all of them. Okay, next one is by Diego Mora. It's called Tropical Experiment. He is only 14 years old and this is his actually first attempt in making something. So let's listen to it. That's just so good. There was a sample of, what do you call it? Möwe in German. I don't know what's called in English, but you will recognize it immediately. Very bold move. I'd say cheesy on any other track, but you somehow made it work, so leave it, keep it. Very interesting, very unique, and totally fits to the vibe of the track. Also a very impressive track for a first one. I think my 20th track didn't sound like this. Even my first releases weren't good as this one. So really keep it up. You're on a good way, especially for just being 14 years old. If you keep on working like this, I guess you will have your first release in a year or two. Things to improve. The mixing is really good for a first track, so nothing there. Musically, it's good. It could be more interesting, but it's fine. The one thing that was a bit weird, like in the middle section, the kick and clap sounded really nice. Everything had the right volume. And at the end of the track, the kick didn't really have the top kick anymore. And the clap had a lot of reverb and was also lower in volume. So really try to be more consistent throughout the track with your mixing. I will actually not feature the next track. It seems like it's not a track submit, it's more like a demo. It's a track that is already released on a bigger label. And I just want to keep the track submits more for younger producers that want feedback and to learn something, instead of promoting someone that already has a release planned. Okay, got the next one. It's by K or K-A-Y. It's called S.O.K V2. It's a free download and it's dance EDM. And he's from Chicago. I'd really love to go there one day. A little bit like New York, high buildings. Not in the winter though, very cold. And of course pizza. He wrote me in the email that he thinks there's something missing, and yes, definitely there's something missing. There are kind of two gaps in the track. One of them is right around 200, 300, 400 hertz, like in the higher sub-frequencies where you would usually have the higher part of the bass. You have a kick in the sub, but something above it is missing that is really necessary. It creates a big gap, and that's actually the most fun part in electronic music, to really have there something that is fat. The high end is also kind of missing, so probably just work on these two things and the track will sound a lot better. I really like the guitar and piano in the break. The kick is also nice, could be maybe a little bit less loud, but all in all also a cool EDM track, and also the build-up was quite nice with the drum roll and everything going on. So yeah, just keep on working on it and I'm sure you will have a good track. Let's do another one. Luis.
Look at you. Me. Look at you. Look at you. You must be messed up too. Me. You must be messed up too. Said I'd be gone by 5, but it's sunrise and I'm still in your bed. Good night usually means goodbye.
I actually have nothing to say except for amazing, really great track. I love the vibe, the old school house vibe with the M1 Korg organ and this synth that sounds a little bit cheap, but I actually really like, and it fits super to the track. I'm not sure if it's a remix, so I will pick a part with less vocals, but the vocals are really amazing. I really love this track. I enjoyed every second of it listening to it. The only one thing I could complain about is the length of the track. It's almost 8 minutes long, but I still enjoyed every second of it. If I had a label, I would definitely release it. It's the best track today. I promised a repost, but since this track is on YouTube, I will put down below the link. Just check it out. It's really worth listening to, and leave there a thumbs up for him. He deserves it. It's now almost 6 again. I think 8 hours of work on a Saturday is really enough. I just had to order something to solve the camera problem. I don't know if this here will be the perfect vlogging camera for me, but it's at least worth a try.
Me replaying memories in my head. Look at you, look at you.